boy. Hash. Info. What's good, homies? Sometimes, you gotta deal with stuff, right? But when you deal with stuff, it's important to get it done. So, Einstein would look at a problem, and he wouldn't stop looking at a problem until he solved it. And do you know what that's called? A problem solver. But more than that, if you think you're a problem solver, I highly doubt you're not. 99 point, this is science right now, I'm not paid by US or Brazil or Netherlands to lie to you. I'm going to teach you science for free, and legit science. 99.9% of the human population are not problem solvers. This is what separated Einstein from the rest of you. Do you understand that? Any one of you in your tiny little egos with your simplest little brains would never even understand the seriousness of this. Einstein was the problem solver. You put something in front of him and he would deduce and solve it. It might not have done it in a day. It might have taken him 10 years. Einstein never stopped until the problem was solved. There's a difference between you and Einstein, and that is that he cared about the answer. He hated liars, and he always wanted to prove theories to be true. Or there's another term. You can theorize, you can hypothesize, which some people would say is when you hypothesize. It was put to me like this by a very, very genius genomist. His name is Genomics. I'm bad with the pronunciation. I can't even pronounce it when I look at the word. But he has 102,000 subscribers. I think he lives in Canada, but he is putting out the world's greatest information. He's a geneticist, and he is a virologist. He's got a bunch of things going on in his world. I don't know if he's all those things, but he studies all this. And this isn't like a person with his, he has a master's. He has more stuff than anyone you've ever known. So if you know, whatever you know, a pilot, just call this guy on YouTube the next Einstein. I believe he's from Montreal because he has an accent. And this man's beautiful. You can see when this man speaks that he isn't being paid by name some really shitty corporations in the world. He is not being paid. You can hear it in his voice. Also, if you look around him, he isn't featuring any Nike logos. He isn't featuring any cool sunglasses. He doesn't have a bunch of flashy lights. He doesn't play stupid music in the background. These are all things you guys, you YouTubers, that's the only thing that keeps you watching a video, is the more stuff that can grab your attention. Well, did you know that comes from VLT machines? Did you know psychologists for decades have been studying Las Vegas on trying to figure out how to keep people engulfed in a machine? One machine. That should be highly illegal. Well, now those psychological findings have then now been applied to what is this? Media, social media, TV, television. These people use these, and video games. These people use these tech to make you a lump. Look what your daily job is. And here is something that's scary. Did you know in the United States of America right now, they're trying to pass a new law that says all small businesses, I believe there's 32 or 64 million small businesses in the United States of America. They want all small business owners with people with employees under 100 to now all be fully vaccinated in order for you to work. So as you can see right now, if you were a carpenter and you never put anything in your body, and it's your God's, they're supposed to have a choice in this world. Otherwise, if a government tells you and forces you to get a vaccine, that is a tyrannical government. Think about it. What Hitler did to the people in Germany was a tyrannical reign, and it was his way or nothing. What Saddam Hussein did in Iraq was a tyrannical reign. It was his way or nothing. I have to ask you, Mr. Trudeau, is it your way or nothing? I hope not, because I'll tell you right now, everybody in Canada wants to be free. Everybody in Canada wants to get along. Right now, in Manitoba, 150 people went into the hospital with COVID, and those 150 people were all vaccinated. This was just on the evening news last night. This is scary. So the lockdown didn't work, the masks didn't work, the vaccine, if 150 people got COVID yesterday and they were fully vaccinated for months now, then there's something wrong. So you can't beat this with vaccination. We're going to be stuck with this forever. But it will dwindle and spike in seasons. That's what they're saying. I don't disagree. I find that the reason that I'm going to say that seasonal could be a thing is because it's airborne. And seasonally, we get a cough in the seasons. That in seasonal, you get a cold and a flu in the winter seasons. And some seasons like summer and the hot summer, you won't have anything. So there won't be any. But that's what it means. When there's a spike right now we're in the seasonal cold and flu season. This is the way Time has worded this. And we had a beautiful lady from Canada. She is one of the highest dangerous disease experts. There's a term for it in all of the world, but she's a Canadian. And she says that there has been a lot of mistakes made. She has now gone public, and she's not scared to lose her job because what she's saying is the truth. She's saying there's a lot of mistakes being made, and a lot of the steps that we've taken, such as you can look, I just said some of the stuff, but if you can go look at what she said, a Canadian disease expert, a woman, I can't remember her name, but she's just been in the news yesterday or day before, has spoken out, and her words are very, very proper. So I thank you for speaking the truth. A woman not scared to, well, maybe to lose her job, as well as to take care of Canadians. That should be at everyone's first and foremost. And unfortunately, this world revolves around money, which means you will do things that you know in your good conscience of consciences is wrong. Whether it be selling out people to other countries or not protecting those people in ways you should have. Listen, there'll come a time when I get into seriousness, but it's not right now, and I have to do it hypothetically. So I'll have to think about it a little longer and harder and word it so I can paint a picture even and explain what outsourcing does to a country, but why it's so evil and why those who are doing it should be held accountable now. And if we can reverse it, let's reverse it now. Let's keep Canada. Before, when you pick up the phone to call someone about one of your utilities or something you have in your home, you get someone in another country that doesn't understand what you're saying. But you have an overcharge on your bill of $1,000. And you have no money, and the time crunch for you to get this sorted is short. But those dicks over there don't speak English, so you're not able to voice your concerns and the problem properly. Believe you me when I say this has already been happening and ongoing right now, so don't let it continue. And the only way to not let it continue is by standing up and doing the right thing right now. And that's using your voice, your conscience, the voice that's inside of you. The conscience that says, I know that my company is doing wrong right now. I'm not going to follow their shady sales tactics or these tactics they're implementing that I can see they shouldn't be in these areas. I should have flagged it. I should have taken it to the government of Canada, told CRTC. So soon enough, people, the truth will be out there. And when it is, I'm telling you, you're going to be embarrassed at how you were taken for a fool, you know? When you see, and you know what's going to happen is you're not going to get, so this is what's happening right now. Right now around the world, there is a revolution going on, but the revolution will not, and this isn't funny, the revolution will not be made public. And that is because the people in power are extremely evil, and they're in control of what we say and what we do. And I'll explain those two things very quickly right now. What we say, they're in control. How? They can shut it off. What we do, if they don't like what we're saying or what we're doing or both, they'll shut off your paycheck. You'll conform to what you'll assimilate. And you'll do the job description that they lay out on a piece of paper, even if it goes against your morals. I'll see you next time. Don't let that happen.